Hi Taurus, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your weekly tarot reading for the week of October 25th to the 31st, 2021. I do want to thank you so much for joining me, and I also want to I want you to keep in mind that this is general, if I could think in the moment. But just cleansing the energy real quick. This is the second time I've had to attempt to do your reading. In the first attempt, it was weird. I got this sort of knock message from Spirit, and then it started off the reading with, you know, someone either telling you or you feeling the need to tell a corny joke, or somebody just showing up at your place randomly to visit you or to say hi. Interesting. And I don't know why I'm going to shuffle the tarot cards first. King of Wands, this one came up, I want to say, in Leo's reading. You may be feeling very confident, or you might have a fire sign in your chart or be dealing with one. But we're going to begin the reading by pulling a couple messages from the Halloween Oracle deck due to the week and the month ending with Halloween. And then we'll pull one card from the Green Witch Oracle deck to see what the main focus will be for the week. And then we'll pull the main tarot from, as you saw me shuffling, the Tarot Royale deck, okay? Alrighty, let's see here. So let's do some initial shuffling and see what we have to begin this reading for my lovely Tauruses for the 25th to the 31st of October. You might be feeling a little bit on edge or a little bit feisty this week for whatever reason, just maybe a little bit out of it. I was given sort of an image of the tornado emoji when I first began the reading, or was about to. You might feel like things are a bit of a whirlwind right now, excuse me if I could say it. Yeah, it's very feisty energy with 3, okay? Underlining focus on your authenticity, or feeling a bit invisible. The Witch, the earthly weaver of the worlds. Let's pull the Green Witch first. I keep doing that. I'll read the first one of these and then I'll want to pull the Green Witch then right after. But anyways, what do we have for the main focus for Taurus for the week? Healing. I believe that was Virgos. Underlining focus on your happiness as well. All right, are you truly happy with the changes you've made recently, or you're moving towards? Are you really happy with the people you're surrounding yourself with, or just the level of success you've achieved up until this point? Interesting. That got very serious. So the Witch, the earthly weaver of the worlds. Let's pull some small everyday tarot for this to clarify. We'll do it for each of these 3 Halloween cards. What do we have for this Witch card? Shuffle this way. 7 of Cups. It feels like you're getting ready to mesh your world with another, or get started with something that's very important to you in one way, shape or form, excuse me, that is going to improve your world, change your world for the better. But you have a lot of options, okay? It feels like you're attracting a new friends, old friends, a new love situation if that's what you desire, a new level of success in general. You know, it feels like there is a level of, or some tempting options. I don't feel like just one, several, from the universe as a test. Have you learned, have you grown enough to sort of take advantage of what you are deciding to choose? Do you know what's going to make you happiest at this point, okay? When choosing from everything that the universe is presenting you, right? It does feel like a lot of you are starting a new job, a new living situation. It could be multiple changes in your life. Again, that tornado sort of imagery coming into play as you make adjustments to seek that level of happiness or improvement and success, and it just feels like you may come off a little bit creepy to others for one reason or another, even if it's not fully your fault. Interesting. Skull of Light, illumination. At times you might be feeling the need to put up a bit of a facade throughout the week, given I'm looking at this mask here, or we're thinking about a Halloween costume, okay? But let's pull for this illumination card. I don't see you feeling quite rushed, but you will feel a bit emotional at certain points this week. Just a heads up, okay? Nobody's perfect. Six of Swords. There's a situation you want to change, okay? You want to switch it up, or it feels as if you can't fully do so just yet. There's something you want to go after, but you can't do so right away, where it feels like it's happening quite slowly. You're expecting the worst or just focusing on the negatives, right? The worst case scenario for some of you, and it's just this never-ending battle that has led you to expect the worst for one reason or another, okay? It feels like Spirit at times throughout the week, in the past weeks as well, has been leading you to think back to past loved ones who did you wrong, or past living situations that didn't go well, or past jobs that didn't end up working out, right? Or past financial investments. It feels like they're not really helping in that sense, are they? An underlying focus on the heartbreak you've experienced, and it's like, try to take as much positivity out of it as you can, okay? But it feels like a lot is illuminated this week, spiritually, sort of, a bit of spiritual enlightenment, if I could put it correctly. Being sort of drawn to think about the positives, the negatives, and the in-between, and sort of given the puzzle pieces that you sort of missed along the way. And it all just being a little overwhelmed, given it is a week where things are a bit sort of all over the place, okay? Cauldron, synergy and energy. Oh, sorry, synergy and healing. So energy being a huge focus this week, right? I mean, synergy, combining your energy with others, trying to work together. Being put in a situation when you're thinking a lot about working well with others. You becoming more apparent as to who you work well with this week, what kind of energies you do, right? And sort of feeling this lack of strength at certain points throughout the week. And it's like, okay, well, you have a lot on the horizon, a lot of important changes and successes to be won with. So let's ask ourselves why we're feeling this lack of strength. Is it because of your spiritual connection? Is it because of certain people you surround yourself with? Is it because of these sort of flashbacks tied into your spirituality? Is it because of a situation that needs to end but can't just yet? What is the reason? You know, are there certain people, places, and situations we need to cut out in order to move forward and see this in the upright and feel a lot stronger, okay? A lot of changes and adjustments that need to be made moving forward in order to seek the success you desire. And need to be completely honest with yourself, as I see the Judgment card in my mind's eye. A huge overcasting feeling or underlining feeling, however you want to view it, on your healing that needs to happen before I feel like one, maybe two or three huge fresh starts. It could just feel like a fresh start within your life in general, all right? A lot of emotions this week, or just things from beyond the below the surface coming above the surface, right? For you to sort of understand a little bit better. For it may not feel very helpful in the moment. Everything's purposeful, okay? Let's pull the main tarot. We're not going to finish this specific weekly read off with the King of Wands falling out again. Interesting. You're being pushed to sort of be passionate. Sit back in your throne. Allow for yourself to understand that something you're waiting for or planning for is happening. It doesn't mean that you necessarily need to overwork yourself to get it to happen, right? And I feel like you intuitively know that. It's like you're planning for it. You're sort of working towards it, but you're at the same time being like, okay, universe, let's make this happen, right? Or maybe towards the energies you're looking to help you make this happen. Very interesting. But anyways, we're not pulling a last oracle card for this reading, was what I was starting to say. Just didn't feel it was necessary. I feel like that for some of you, it's a new job, a living situation. Something's about to fall into place, and it's like you've been working towards it for a few weeks, I feel they need to say. It'll happen, okay? A lot of options, but a lot on your shoulders, a lot on your plate. Feeling like you have a lot weighing you down at this time. Don't feel alone, given I don't see you being the only sign in this sort of scenario, which could have more to do so with you having those other signs within your placements, reminding you to check out the other readings for the week that lie within your chart. But again, don't feel alone, okay? What do we have for Taurus to continue this weekly read? Don't be surprised, once again, I'm being drawn back to that false beginning is how I'm being pushed to word it. For the first try for the reading, that knock knock. Someone might appear at your doorstep this week, okay? Taurus, for this upcoming week. Notice the tension. Notice you're sort of, when you're sitting, if your feet are sort of off the ground on like you're on just your toes, notice those things. It means you're tense, you're uptight. Relax, breathe, okay? Meditation is going to be something you might want to get back into or implement more, okay? Or get into in general for some of you. I want to just go with the 4. The World. You're being prepped to hop on that chariot, pushed to sort of get on that chariot. It feels like it may not fully be this week. Steps to be taken in order to hop on that chariot or to implement a very important change. But it feels like without even meaning to, or for some of you you're meaning to, you're very in tune with your skill sets and what you're capable of. You're manifesting what you desire at a level of infinite possibilities as your world just changes for the better. So please don't allow the emotions, the healing you're going through this week to get the best of you or to adjust your perspective on what you desire. Okay, don't settle because of what you're going through this week to a certain extent. Spirit may be messing with you. Reach out to me via email if you feel like that is a lot to handle. I can sort of comfort you given I go through a lot of that on a day-to-day basis. Okay, I should say a minute-to-minute basis. But anyways, it's going to be a hefty week of healing emotions and sort of illumination once again, but it's meant to be. You have a lot changing, a lot to prep for. Get ready, okay? Your world's about to change for the better. 6 of Cups. So yeah, it just feels like the week begins right off the bat. Spirit's bringing memories back to life for you. It's like in your head, it'll just pop up. You'll hear things. You're not losing it. It's spirit. Other times you'll get dreams. It just feels as if like items or situations you're wrapping yourself up in, places you're visiting will remind you of where you used to be once upon a time, a heavier chapter, okay? Or a reminder to simply drop a few wands, right? It's like something you're taking on is going to bring a level of heftiness and sort of stress or pressure to your situation meant to be. Don't get me wrong, whether it's a job or whatever the case may be, could be a relationship. But you need to understand that there are other things that you have been holding on to that have been weighing you down that don't need to be with you moving forward, whether it's concerns, worries, other people's issues. Make sure you're cleansing your energy if you're empathic, okay? A lot of memories will frustrate you or disturb you, and it's just like, just breathe, okay? Again, don't let it get the best of you because you have a lot ahead for you throughout the week. A lot of sort of important people to speak to, I feel the need to say, okay? 3 of Pentacles. You're also going to be reminded of a time when you weren't as confident, when you weren't as sort of secure or weren't as mature, okay? And allow yourself to sort of explain that in a very simplistic way to somebody if need be, whether it's in an interview, excuse me as I stutter, or to somebody in your life who just hasn't seen you in a while. You know, you've matured, you've grown, you've been through a lot that's kind of brought you down, but you've come back up, right? You've risen from the ashes you're about to. Don't allow yourself to feel as if you have to be who you once were, even due to very noisy, judgmental individuals, if you can hear that bird. Okay, already showed it. The Emperor, you're planning, okay? Getting ready. Very intense reading. I was, had stopped doing the readings earlier and I just felt drawn to do yours now. The Chariot, right? Queen of Swords, you're feeling very feisty this week. Ready to use your sword in any situation, right? People coming back into play. You're not getting enough sleep, okay? I get it. I get it. You're being messed with or just struggling mentally. Feeling as if it's hard to sort of silence your mind when you go to sleep or when you wake up in the middle of the night. Not sure, that uncertainty of where your future is going to go, or something that's, again, about to take off and help you move forward, but it's just taking too long. Okay, what flipped over here? The Fool, the Knight of Cups, yeah, an emotional fresh start. Something you're going towards in an emotional, successful manner. But again, it's like the universe has been putting delays in your way, obstacles in your way, in your path. And it's like, understand Mercury retrograde has just ended and there's still that shadow period of 2 to 3 weeks that a lot of people do feel the effects from, okay? There's this focus on you feeling as if you at times stress over your money or feel you don't fit in certain situations, but you deserve to be happy, okay? 7 of Wands as I'm being pushed to sort of move along a little bit quicker. They're saying take your own advice or something like that. Okay. At times you'll get advice or sort of messages from spirit and they're a bit conflicting or confusing, okay? Knight of Pentacles, 5 of Swords. Moving towards something where it's a bit secretive, okay? Or you feel as if it's moving too slowly once again and you have a headache due to your spiritual connection, or you stressing yourself out over that. For somebody that's coming through as a relationship, or somebody that's coming back from the past and you're remembering how they gave you a headache and how slowly things moved with them, okay? Very interesting. That could also be a friend. 9 of Cups. Yeah, the world again, your world is changing. And so all the meanwhile, while you're being sort of pushed to be motivated and jump out of bed in the morning to do what you need to move towards the new, the fresh, the happiness, as I'm drawn back to the happiness card, you feel there's just this level of heartache or heartbreak on the surface, right? Or beneath the surface. And you needing to sort of allow yourself to go through that healing once again. Bear with me. In order to feel 10 times better before a fresh start, okay? So I hope this reading was truly helpful. I hope you have the most amazing week, and I'll definitely see you next time. Bye, Taurus.